There is a new man in charge of the Alabama Board of Pardons and Paroles less than 48 hours after the Way 31I team questioned Governor Ivey about why the current staff is still in place. She announced former Attorney General Charles Graddick is taking over. He replaces Eddie Cook on September 1st.
And this change comes on the eve of the first anniversary of police discovering a triple murder that sparked outrage when people learned the suspect was a career criminal released on parole. Tomorrow marks 1 year since Gunnersville police found the bodies of 7-year-old Colton Lee, his great-grandmother Marie Martin, and their neighbor Martha Relaford on Mulberry Street.
Police arrested Jimmy Spencer for the crimes. Minutes later, the Way 31I team learned Spencer was supposed to be serving a life sentence, but the parole board released him. He repeatedly broke conditions of his parole, but was never sent back to prison until after the murders.
Today, Way 31's Breken Terry asked the family about spending the past year waiting for justice and change.
I'm here on Mulberry Street where the families of Marie Martin, Martha Relaford, and Colton Lee were changed forever. Not a day goes by that they don't miss them. They wish it hadn't taken this long for change to happen, but are pleased to know there's a new leader at the parole board. We broke the news to Martha Relaford's sisters, Patsy Humphreys and Nellie Ray. Governor Ivey appointed a new director to lead Alabama's Pardon and Parole Board. Charles Graddick replaces Eddie Cook September 1st. Cook refuses to admit the board he leads made a mistake by letting Jimmy Spencer out of prison.
Are you glad that Ivey took action?
Yes. We are very thankful to Ivey, yes. I'll never forget what she's done.
The Way 31I team uncovered flaw after flaw that led to Jimmy Spencer's parole. The board told the Way 31I team it knew about his history of violence in prison and 3 escapes, but considered him a good prisoner with a low to medium risk to break the law again. The board also didn't follow procedure when it failed to notify the victim of Spencer's crime about his parole hearing. Once released, his parole officer never kept up with him. He was even arrested on serious drug charges weeks prior to the murders of Martha, Marie, and Colton, but his parole never revoked. A flawed system led to endless pain for 2 families.
I can't understand why they would do anything like that and let somebody out on the street that they know what all he had done, and us suffer every day for what they've done, and it is ridiculous.
A series of Way 31I team stories highlighted problem after problem at the parole board. It led to state leaders calling it a broken system and forced Governor Ivey and Attorney General Steve Marshall to push for new laws. The law includes letting the governor directly choose who leads the parole board, stopping early parole for violent offenders, and holding members of the board accountable for mistakes. Mistakes similar to letting a career criminal serving a life sentence out on parole.
They'd done hurt people and let him all over. He could have killed more people if he would have wanted to, because he'd been out so long walking the roads.
Patsy and Nellie said they're glad to see these changes, but it won't bring Martha back or stop their pain.
Every day. It don't go from your mind. It's there every day.
Martha's family tells me that they rely on their faith to get them through this difficult time. They hope and pray that more change will come to the parole board. Currently, Jimmy Spencer is sitting in an Alabama prison awaiting trial for the murders. In Gunnersville, Breken Terry, Way 31 News.